Yeah, well, I got into the Vancouver music scene when I joined Green Trees, which is the band that I used to be in. Now we're on hiatus, but yeah, I was in that for 3 years, and that's really how I kind of got involved in the music scene, especially in Vancouver. I don't know if I've noticed any huge differences, apart from the fact that maybe all the all-ages venues are closing down. I really don't like that. I'm a big fan of the all-ages scene and the all-ages venues, and so that's kind of affecting me as a performer and as an artist, and it affected my band as well previously because most of our fan base was underage. I think them closing down so many of the underage venues, all-ages venues, has had a really big impact on that. I think the difference between the 19+ scene and the all ages is that I personally find that they kind of get a lot more into the music. They're a little bit more kind of excitable and more, yeah, I would say they're just a little bit more interactive than somebody who just kind of goes to a bar and just is more there for the socializing and for the drinking, because we all like a bit of drinking. I'm not against it, but when you're playing as a band, I don't think you get the same sort of interaction from underage crowds as you do as from 19+. I have a lot of thoughts on the Vancouver music scene. I would say I wouldn't say it's difficult to get into. It's pretty welcoming. I don't dislike it. Maybe it's because of the crowd that I've been involved in, but I do think that it sort of lacks variety in a way. I do, on the positive side, I think we have a very specific sound going for Vancouver. I think there's a very specific, just even the Lower Mainland, there's a very specific sort of Vancouver pop sound that I would recognize anywhere. So so I like that there's a unique thing that we have going on that's ours, but I also think that we definitely need a little bit more variety in our acts as well. And I also think I'd like to see more shows that are sort of mixed in the way of some bands and some single artists, as opposed to just a full lineup of just bands or a full lineup of just single artists. Like a little bit more variety in how even shows are presented to us. I'm a huge fan of the Face Plants. I think they're great. I think they're actually one of the bands that bring a sort of more unique take on everything, performance-wise, songwriting-wise. So I would love to work with them. We're friends, so if you're watching this, we better freaking collaborate. I'm just gonna give shout-outs to bands that I like right now. This side of town, I would love to do a show with you guys. I've been collaborating with Kyle Stibbs from Alexandre, France. When we first entered the scene, Fighting for Ithaca was a huge influence for us. We looked, like not that we still do because we're no longer a band. You know, they were a huge influence for us. They kind of took us on as sort of like the big brother band, and they've always been really helpful to us in every aspect, just how to deal with the scene and how to get ahead and how to be successful in sort of like everything that you do. And also another band, they're not from Vancouver. They're no longer together either, actually, but Seventh Rain from Calgary. We looked up to them hugely, and I'm sad that they're no longer together, but thankful that they were around, and they too, once again, they gave us a whole bunch of advice on everything, and they still do. Like, we talk to them still to this day, so they've been awesome. In 5 years, I hope that the Vancouver scene is developed in the way of, I want more people to come out to shows and support local bands and actually stay throughout the entire thing. What I've never understood is why somebody would pay for a full price ticket to see a quarter of a show and not get their money's worth and see the other bands that they could potentially really like, and it could be a potential new addition to their iTunes library. Like, I think people should go out and support music a little bit more. I also think the bands should give the fans their money's worth when it comes to shows. Because tickets are going up nowadays, like they used to be, the regular price used to be $10, but now I think it's 15 or 12 or 15. And I think if the prices are going up, I think the standard of performance should go up as well. So it's kind of like a give and take. I want the fans to give a little bit more and I want the performers to give a little bit more. My name is Gabriela Geneva and I'm a Vancouver musician. So if you want to know what's happening with me and keep updated with everything that I'm doing and all the music that I'm putting out and the covers that I'm doing, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My website has just been put up, so you can sign up for the mailing list and keep updated that way.